It's major indoor soccer league action. Tonight, the Los Angeles Lazers host the Tacoma Stars. Hello again, soccer fans. I'm Bob Robertson with John Best here in Los Angeles tonight. And, of course, all the games we've talked about that are so important through this season. John, this has to be the most important game that we've watched all season long.
Well, yes, it really is, Bob. If we're going to continue to stay alive for the playoffs, it's a must-win for the Stars. Indeed, each game as we go along will be a must-win for the Stars. I think both teams match up well, which make the game even more exciting and really more important for us.
If you put it in magic number terms, the magic number is down to 1. The Stars cannot afford another loss nor another Kansas City victory and still make the playoffs. But tonight they may get a lift, John, because Ralph Black, the All-Star, is back if for limited action only.
Well, yes, I think what we've seen, Bob, is the younger players really responding and doing well in recent games. But when you bring a senior player back, even though he'll only get spot play tonight, I think you begin to add a dimension to the team, which we've been lacking through all the injuries.
One of the problems, of course, in handling the Los Angeles Lazers is a veteran, Stuart Lee, an Englishman who played with Portland in the other league for outdoors for some time, and for 2 years now has been a leading goal scorer here in the MISL with 38 already so far this season.
Yeah, I think Stuart and also Batata and Beto, they're very dangerous players and perhaps a good illustration of their team, but very, very quick, very hard-working, skillful players, very dangerous around your goal, and very difficult for you to create chances against them, as our stats in the past have shown.
These teams have played 3 times. The Lazers have won 2 of those, including a rare shutout in major indoor soccer league action. John, is that an extra spur for the Stars tonight?
I think so, yes. You know, generally speaking, you don't expect shutouts because there's going to be chances regardless of how tight a game is. But generally speaking, the 2 teams are well matched. They are even. It should be a darn good battle. I'm looking forward to the game.
The Los Angeles Lazers then here at the Fabulous Forum in Los Angeles will host the Tacoma Stars tonight, and it's all on the line. The magic number down to 1 for the Stars' playoff hopes, and we'll be back for the starting lineups and the opening action right after we take this Tacoma Stars Channel 11 soccer. I don't know how many ways you can say it, John, but it all certainly comes down to this one tonight. The Stars have won their last 2 in a row, but they've just got to string them out one after another and continue on winning. The starters for tonight's match, first of all for the Tacoma Stars, starting at the forward positions will be number 4, Gary Heale, number 21, Roy Wegerle. Jeff Wall, number 17, will start in midfield with Bob Leonarduzzi, number 9, and Neil Megson, number 5, as the defenders. John Barretta with a 3.05 goals against average in the last 3 games. 2 of them wins, will be in the nets tonight. And for the Los Angeles Lazers here at home, it will be Zoran Savic, number 7, and Batata, number 77, at the forward positions. Number 5, Beto, whose real name is Roberto dos Santos, will play as the midfielder. Number 3, Mike Hunter, and number 9, Lee Cornwell are the defenders. And Mike Mahoney, wearing 00 on his jersey, will be the starting goalkeeper. The coaches for the 2 teams tonight, for the Tacoma Stars, there in the shirt sleeves, Bob McNabb and Peter Wall, one of the real veterans of coaching in a major indoor soccer league for the Los Angeles Lazers, will be the men behind the benches tonight, and those blowing the whistles and calling the plays. In the center is your senior referee, Torres Cabrician. On Cabrician's right is Kelly Mock. He's the referee, and the alternate, the man who works off the field at the sidelines, is a young man named Bobby Mazenauer. And those are the officials, John, who will call the game tonight. Handshakes all around, and I think we're about ready to get underway.
Yes, I think so, Bob. The one thing, of course, which in the last few games, you mentioned John Barretta's goals against average. And if there's one area where the team has improved with the young players, it's the defending end. How they've been defending has changed the system a little bit, especially with young, industrious players. And it's a similar style of defending to which LA use. So it's going to be quite an interesting matchup, I think.
Some very colorful performers in this Los Angeles lineup, but Tata, of course, is one of those. His real name is Milton da Silva. He's number 77, and he's quite a character. And, of course, Beto is another, and Cacho, who's not starting but will be in the lineup tonight, is even a third. Savage, their number 7, trying to get to the ball. Neil Megson breaks it away from him, and it's finally played by Beto. They'll bring it back to the defense. That's Batata now in the white, purple, and gold of the Los Angeles Lazers. Batata will go back to Mike Mahoney, the goalkeeper. Mahoney coming into this game with a 4.69 goals against average. He has been a winner 20 20 times, a loser 16 times in the games he has played, in which he has played the majority of the game throughout this season for the LA Lazers. Lazers once again with the ball. Number 9 there is Lee Cornwell, the English-born defender. Plays the ball along the left side for Batata. He'll play all over the field, just pop up anywhere on the attack. Ball cleared by Wall down the right side. Here's a pretty good run down the sidelines by Wegerle, but it goes back to Mahoney, and the goalkeeper will clear it there. And, John, I would think that tonight's game will be one in which the Stars will just simply pull out all the stops.
Yes, they're working hard now. You can see both teams are working very hard to pressurize the ball, Bob. They're certainly not sitting back and trying to defend in numbers. They're tending to push forward and pressurize the ball all over the field.
Nathan Sachs delivers it long. Lenarduzzi got a noggin to the ball and is picked up there by Jeff Wall. Back to Lenarduzzi again. Tried to clear. Almost had it swept away, but Wegerle with that deft little pass off to the wing to Wall. Wall ahead for Gary Heale, and that is kicked away and over the glass by Gus Mokalis. Mokalis, who was born in Hungary but is a citizen of Greece, and with a name like Mokalis, I guess you'd suspect he 11 1/4 minutes remaining to play in the first period. Tacoma Stars, Los Angeles Lazers here at the Forum in Los Angeles. Ball up along the left side now to Beto. Beto for the Lazers. Down the right side goes his cross-field pass. Picked up down there in the right corner by Sachs. Back out front, they're working in once again. This is Savage. Savage got a drive, and down goes Beretta, diving to his right to make the stop. And the quick throw upfield to Roy Wegerle, bounces along the boards. Wegerle works out toward the middle for a shot. Scored! Roy Wegerle, as he took the ball along the boards with the assist going to John Beretta, who started it all, John. And so John Beretta finally gets an assist.
Yes, very good play by the Stars. It's part of their team plan to break out quickly from a defending position. Here's where Roy Wegerle is most dangerous. Turns inside. You cannot give Roy Wegerle that kind of shooting opportunity in front of goal. He's just got such a strong shot, he'll overpower the goalkeeper.
And so Roy Wegerle gets the goal, drew it out in front beautifully himself and beat the goalkeeper low to his left on that one. And for Roy Wegerle, that is goal number 14 for the season. And the Stars have the lead. Here's the ball off the boards out in front, and Beretta smothers that one and holds it. And we had a foul called in the action along the boards against the Lazers. And quickly the Stars have the ball downfield to Wegerle again. He's bumped back into the boards there by number 17, Gus Mokalis, and a 4th foul of this first quarter already called against the LA Lazers. They're 4 now, and they're only 4 minutes and 34 seconds into this game. Megson got the ball down ahead to Wegerle. It's off the boards, and then cleared away for the moment by the defense with Zoran Savic, the Yugoslavian, on the ball. Savic off the right boards. Plays out front to Batata, back to Nathan Sachs. 1-0. Tacoma Stars have the early lead with a goal coming at 4:13. Wegerle from Beretta. Ball off the curl of the boards, and Beretta fields that one. Underhand roll out on the right side to Neil Megson. And here's Meggie up over the center line. Touchline by Beto, number 5 there for the Los Angeles Lazers. Dale Mitchell facing off against him. 4:53 to go in the first quarter. 1-0 Tacoma lead. Off the boards, and down goes Beretta to smother that directly off the free kick. John Beretta with the ball to roll it ahead. John left foots it ahead into midfield. He has an assist on the only goal of the game tonight. That one scored by Roy Wegerle at 4:13. And the ball on the right side, Ian Bridge out into the middle. After it went, Paulie Garcia got a piece of it. Bridge winds up with it again for the Stars. Ahead goes his pass, blocked back there by Mike Hunter. Taken away by Mitchell. There's a 3-on-2. Good move by Mitchell. Got it out in front for Bridge. Goalkeeper down, and Bridge pushed it in. The Tacoma Stars have scored as Ian Bridge, John, just literally ran that ball into the goal.
Well, I think that was enthusiasm, second effort, and just never say die, Bob. Dale Mitchell there, he's looking for a shooting opportunity or to play the ball into Bridge, gets it in there, and really the goalkeeper's gone for the pass, the defender's got in there, and it's a scramble for the ball, and Ian's determination wins the day.
Well, it is goal for Ian Bridge, number 6 for the season.
There's another look at it, Bob. And there's Dale again. He plays a nice ball across. Defender's done well, but unfortunately the goalkeeper's anticipated the pass going through.
And so the Stars have themselves a 2-0 lead with that goal coming at 10:45. And so the Stars now lead 2-0 in this match here in Los Angeles. A very important one. Here's the ball out in front. Joe Waters blocks that away. Clears to the red line. Held in by Cornwell. The Lazers still battling to keep the ball in. Dale Mitchell tries to clear it out. Taken now by Zoran Savic. Mitchell knocked it away from him. Finally comes back to Hunter on the right side. Back it goes to Mahoney. We're down to 8 seconds to go in the first period. 7-6. Stars lead 2-0. Ball in midfield. Bridge got it ahead to Waters, but it was beyond him. He couldn't handle it. 1 second to go. And there's the horn that ends the first quarter of play here at the Forum in Inglewood, California. And the score at the end of the first period, the Tacoma Stars 2, the Los Angeles Lazers nothing. And we'll take time out on this Tacoma Stars Channel 11 soccer telecast.
They played well throughout, Bob. They had the better chances. Probably have to be a little bit careful from a defending point of view to concentrate that when they collapse back, that they don't leave these players outside of the penalty area too free.
I like the way you slipped in the word concentrate just at that point, John.
The Freudian slip.
I trust you will. 2-0, the Stars. The 2 goals came. Wegerle on an assist by Beretta, who threw the ball down the boards along the left side, and Wegerle ran on and took it in from the left side across in front, left to right, and scored low for his 14th goal of the season. The assist, Beretta at 4:13. Then at 10:45, Ian Bridge on a pretty goal set up by Dale Mitchell in a combination with Bridge literally running the ball into the goal, and the Stars have themselves a 2-0 lead. And remember, they were shut out by this Los Angeles team the last time they played, and the Stars made sure early that they were not going to be shut out again by Los Angeles.
It'll be a tight game, I would think, Bob. I can't see LA being shut out totally on the home field here, and they did create some chances in that first quarter that could easily have.
Stars must keep winning to stay alive. Ian out in front for Hunter, over to the left corner to Garcia, drives it off the boards, and Jeff Wall comes up with that one with one man back. Here's Wall. It's a 3-on-3 break. Wall at the red line. Wall down the right side for Mark Peterson. And Peterson will play it back in the middle, but the ball without much pace on it is cleared away by Ian. Then Gary Heale brings it right back. Gary between 2 defenders, drive off the glass. Wall down in front, couldn't get control of the ball, and Hunter clears it away. Hunter to Greg Ian. Ian, who played with Portland, also played with Montreal in the Outdoor League. Here's Mike Hunter down the left side. Good slide tackle by Mark Peterson, stripped it away. Here's a 2-on-1 return. Peterson and a good slide tackle right back by Greg Ian. Returned the favor that time to Mark Peterson. Mike Hunter. Hunter over the line. Down the left side, Ian. Out in front. Headed. Diving save by Beretta off the Paulie Garcia one. And then Hunter drives it in. And I'm not sure whether Garcia deflected, but Hunter drove it and has scored for Los Angeles. The Lazers have scored. I think Hunter got it, but it may have been deflected in front by Paulie Garcia. We'll try to get another look at it for you right here, John.
Yes, you see the first save by Beretta, and it's looked clear, but it's not cleared totally, of course. It goes straight to Garcia in front of goal, and I think Beretta is already down in actual fact. Here's a good save by Beretta from the first effort. Neil Mexon tries to hook it out straight to Garcia. And, of course, John Beretta is blocked. I think, was it Garcia in front?
Well, Garcia was right in front. Hunter took the shot, so it was one or the other of them gets the goal. It's whether Garcia touched the ball or not. And the goal came at 12:15 of the second quarter, making the score 2-1. So we'll wait for the official ruling on whether the goal is credited to Garcia or to Hunter. And now we have a timeout called down on the field by the Tacoma Stars to give John Beretta a chance to come to the sidelines and have a drink of water and a deep breath of fresh air and try to gather his thoughts again as the Stars still lead by a score of 2-1 over the Los Angeles Lazers. Saturday night, April 13th, will be the last game of the season for the Tacoma Stars, the regular season. Immediately following the Stars Las Vegas game, there will be a special fan appreciation party planned in the Tacoma Dome Convention Center. Your ticket to the game that night is your admission to the great big party. Saturday night, April 13th, fan appreciation party. To play in the first half, and we're going to have an interesting discussion at halftime. You and I, I'm going to ask you some very pointed questions about the Tacoma Stars, how things have gone, and about the future of the team.
That's excellent, Bob.
I hope you are ready for that.
I'm indeed ready and full of exciting things.
All right, well, I hope the fans will stay tuned. We will try to ask and answer a lot of the questions that the fans have had in the recent weeks as we kind of just roll up the sleeves and talk about the Tacoma Stars in our halftime interview. It'll be John Best kind of on the hot spot tonight.
Yes, I think anytime a new club is beginning in sports, Bob, people always examine it closely. We've seen so many different occurrences happening, especially in the sport of soccer. But what we're seeing with this indoor game, which is such a different game every time we're involved. We keep finding new things in it. It's a brand new American game. It really is in how it's being played in the Major Indoor Soccer League. And the prospects for the league really look extremely bright.
Ray Evans there along with Bob McNabb. They have their ready list of plays and strategic situations out. We only have 10 seconds remaining now in the first half. The Stars lead the Lazers 2-1. Goals by Wegerle and Bridge for Tacoma and by Cardenas for the LA Lazers. And so that's where we stand now with just 10 seconds to go and play about to resume following the Los Angeles timeout. Ball to be put in play by Cacho, the little Argentinian. Carlos Cordoba. Here's the ball driven forward into the Tacoma end, broken up back there by Leonard Doobie. The Wall plays it down the boards, and that's going to about do it in the first half. Time down to 2-1, and there is the buzzer. We are at halftime. And at the end of the first half here at the Fabulous Forum in Inglewood, in Los Angeles, California, the score at halftime is the Tacoma Stars 2, the Los Angeles Lazers 1. So the Stars, with their magic number for the playoffs down to just 1, they can't afford to lose again in this season. They lead 2-1 at the end of the first half. And so we'll take a break and then be back to talk with John Best about the Tacoma Stars and the future of the franchise in Tacoma and the Dome. And we'll do that after we take time out on this Tacoma Stars Channel 11. 1985, a second season that has seen them grow some, but perhaps not answer all the hopes and desires of those people who put the franchise into the Tacoma Dome and into the Major Indoor Soccer League. And so, Club President John Best, I guess I hit you right in the beginning with it. Will the Stars be back in 1985-86?
Of course, Bob. Absolutely. We'll be competing for a playoff spot next year, and I don't see any reason as to why we shouldn't have a very long life.
You hear the questions, John, about the future of the Stars. Will they make it? Will they survive? Will they go on in the MISL? Where do you stand now against your original projections? Do you feel that you're on track for making it? Are you a bit disappointed where you are?
I think you're always disappointed, Bob, in as much as you can never make enough progress. And as a club which begins a brand new club, then in 2 years there's a tremendous amount of progress being made. And there is no doubt about one thing, and that is, if you like, the quality of the product. When you look at research which we've done, when you look across the league, the one thing which is 100% constant is that the game itself is the most exciting, challenging type of game for the fans, and they enjoy it.
John, when you first started, you talked in terms of 10,000 fan average to make it go, to break it even, to put it in the black, in the books. You have not attained that yet. How close are you, and what do you have to do to get there?
Yeah, 10,000, Bob, doesn't necessarily purely relate to break even or finance. We're concerned about 10,000 for a number of reasons, and it is a magic number, if you like, to us. It's a magic level. It means that sponsors get a better value out of us, as well as the financial point. We're very close to 10,000 when you break down what is your attendance, what components, be it group sales, be it just fans who come up regularly, season ticket holders from the business community and the public. We're very close in most areas. The one area where we have to work very hard to show the values is towards the business community.
A baseball team in Seattle, the Mariners, has had to reach out hard to the business community, saying, in effect, we may be gone if you don't join in and help. That business community has reached out this year and helped. Their season ticket sales are up. Do you plan something like that before the next season?
We certainly will work hard on all aspects of season ticket sales, but let me take it a stage further as to what you just said. Recently we read that Leonard Toews in the NFL was selling the franchise, but the franchise would not move. And the stated reason why it wasn't going to move was that they said 58% of their revenue comes from the business community. So I think that illustrates, and what the Mariners are saying illustrates, that there is a segment, because it's of benefit to the business community as well to have a pro sports team in town. We've researched some numbers recently, Bob. Well, our impact on the community in fresh dollars generated is in the neighborhood of about $4.7 million to the Tacoma Pierce County business community. I think that's a significant impact.
The Major Indoor Soccer League itself, a new commissioner, you were part of the selection group that selected the gentleman who's in that spot now.
What is the future of the league? How does that affect your future operations in Tacoma?
I think the league future is of amazing potential, and that's not obviously just a personal opinion. When you hear the business people or television people across the country speaking in terms of the Major Indoor Soccer League, those who've experienced it, Bob, see it as a completely different thing as to the outdoor game. And as we've said so often, that the perception of soccer unfortunately hurts the Major Indoor Soccer League. Those who have experienced it recognize that the potential of this league is absolutely tremendous. And so it's up to the administrators of the league to recognize and realize that. Frank Dale, I think, will be a fine leader. I think he's a very experienced man and was a tremendous candidate for the job. So I think its future is very good. I don't think it should try and grow too quickly. I think it's got a first-class product, which, given the right pace of growth, it'll be very successful.
The coaching. You've made some changes. You started out with Bob McNabb, went to Freddie Goodwin. Freddie this year went back to the front office. Bob retook the reins of the team. Do you anticipate any changes? Are there any thoughts in that direction in coaching?
No, there's not any thoughts at this moment in time, Bob, except, to say that we're always looking. We're always anxious to improve. I think Bob McNabb and his assistants, Ray Evans, Tony Chersky, have done a good job at this stage, through the transition, if you like, through the change. They have horrendous problems with injuries, as you well know. They've had that all year. But they are indeed working with young players and getting great efforts and very close to some surprising results out of those young players. That's our future. The young players are our future, the young North American players. We will have a greater and greater emphasis towards those players. So it's important to me to see how coaches do impact those young players and how well we can do with them. Because I'm longing for the day when we say, that's it, totally. We're going in the direction of North America.
John, the owners, there must be some disappointment among them as well as yourself about what has happened so far. How is their resolve? Are they as strong as they were at the very outset?
Oh, I think in some respects they're stronger, Bob. You see, because what was the motivation of the investors to bring the team here? Well, quite honestly, it was number one and number two and whatever number you want to relate. It was because they felt it could have a beneficial impact in Tacoma Pierce County. And in many ways it is having that and has had that. For a new business to generate $4.7 million into this community is significant, I believe. So I think on that hand they have some enjoyment, yes, and some belief that it's worked. Now, on the other hand, have we grown quickly enough? Some in professional sports would say, yes, you have. It's amazing just after 2 years that you're outdrawing an NBA club, which is having a tough time, but nevertheless, you're up to those levels already. What I say is you're never satisfied, Bob. And so, yes, I think our ownership, our board of directors, are not satisfied, just as I'm not satisfied with our growth. But how do we all respond? We all respond by getting involved and working a darn sight harder to make it happen. And that's what the board is really doing as a board. And Bob, I absolutely believe that in many, many respects, the club is a success at this point in time. But it's not acceptable. We need more. It needs to be more stable. It needs to be bigger. We need to win games. We need to have bigger crowds and everything. It's all the normal things.
There's your summation from President John Best of the Tacoma Stars. The club will be back in 1985-86, and they hope that you'll be back with them stronger and louder and in greater numbers than ever before. And let's get back with them on the field in just a moment or two. We'll return to action in tonight's Stars game against the Los Angeles Lazers after we take this Tacoma Stars challenge.
Stars lead by a score of 2-1 over the Los Angeles Lazers. The fourth game between these clubs this year. The Lazers won 2, Stars have won 1, and tonight the Stars trying to even the series and stay alive in the playoff picture. Tacoma jumped off to a 2-0 lead, getting 2 goals in the first quarter of play. The first one on an assist from John Batata, who threw the ball long down the left boards. Roy Wegerle picked it up, and the young South African made one of his patented nice moves to the right, found the little opening and sailed the ball through, sizzling it low and to the left of goalkeeper Mahoney. That made it 1-0 at 4:13. Then Ian Bridge from Dale Mitchell on the next one. Mitchell takes the ball in from the red line, fakes to his right, goes around his man to the left, and just at the top of the arc, rolls the ball through to Ian. And Bridge, although the ball was deflected away, battles his way to it and literally runs it into the back of the goal for the tally at 10:45, made it 2-0 in favor of Tacoma. Then Los Angeles got one back. After John Beretta had been knocked out for better than a minute, they finally got the ball out in front. A good save by Beretta there. Ball cleared by Megson, but onto the feet of Mike Hunter. Hunter drives it back, and Cardenas, Juan Carlos Cardenas, deflects the ball past the already fallen Beretta, and the score was made for the Los Angeles Lazers. 2-1 in favor of the Stars as we are at halftime. The shots and saves so far, the Tacoma Stars 12 shots, the Los Angeles Lazers have 1, and in goalkeeper saves, Mahoney for Los Angeles 9, and John Beretta has 6 for Tacoma. Now, in case you missed it early, the key to all of this tonight is that the Stars' magic number is down to just 1. They must win all their games and hope that Kansas City, ahead of them in the standings and the race for the playoffs, does not win again. A Kansas City win or a Tacoma loss in the final 5 games, and Kansas City would be in, because although the Stars, with that 1 out of the way, could tie Kansas City, as they still can tie Wichita, because they would have lost the season series to either Wichita or Kansas City, they could not make the playoffs against those teams in a tie situation. So the Stars must hope that they win all of their remaining games if they're going to make the playoffs, and hope also that Kansas City does not pick up another victory. So here in Los Angeles, it is 2-1. The Tacoma Stars over the Los Angeles Lazers. Another exciting half to go, after which we'll be right back to bring you that second half. We're going to take a timeout on this Tacoma Stars, Channel 11. I guess I inadvertently dropped about 10 shots off there, so let's take a look at them officially. And here's how they go. The shots, Tacoma has 12 shots. Los Angeles has 11. I guess I said 1, did I?
Yeah, you did, but you only missed 1 out.
Well, I was thinking about that run up the stairs already, and I was starting to edge away, so it was 11. And the goalkeeper saved 6 for Tacoma for John Beretta, and 9 by Mahoney in the nets for Los Angeles. So the Stars have carried the attack. They have the lead 2-1. The only thing is, I have a feeling that perhaps they could be a little farther ahead. Concentrate, John, and tell us what's going to happen in the second half.
Well, yes, I'm sure that that's what the coaches have been saying, in fact, that although it was a fairly evenly balanced game, the goal-scoring opportunities presented themselves more frequently for the Stars, and I suppose that they would feel that perhaps they should have been 3 or 4 to 1 ahead at this stage. But again, I think a well-played game, Bob, by both teams. I would expect that, again, the coaches would be saying to the Stars, let's be calm, let's be patient, let's not give the ball away and get involved in this end-to-end total running with abandon. That's really what created their goal-scoring opportunity against us. And let's go back to a well-disciplined, aggressive, hard-working style of play, which they showed in that.
Beretta ahead to Megson. Assassin will pass out on the right side and goes over to Rowe in the middle. Ball up the right wing. Dale Mitchell ran over the ball as McCollis was on him and went back in the corner. Greg Ian taken away by Mark Peterson for a shot. Scored! Mark Peterson stole the ball cleanly from young Greg Ian and drove it in from the right corner. So Mark Peterson has scored, and the Stars lead by a score of 3-1.
Great opportunist goal here, Bob. Here's the replay of it. You can see Mark just gets a toe to the ball without fouling him. Now keeps his composure and strikes that ball tremendously well into the far corner of the net. Mahoney couldn't do a thing about it.
So an unassisted goal for Mark Peterson here, who simply takes the ball away, just stripped it from the young man, and then from good angle on the right side scores it. Mark Peterson scores for the Stars, and here's a shot out in front, and Beretta has to go scrambling to prevent the equalizer on that one. For Mark Peterson, his 30th goal of the season, number 30 for Mark, young man from Wilson High School. Shot, and Beretta got his right foot to it, and that was about all he could get to it, as he had to go down in a hurry. Here's Wegerle at midfield. Here's the run. He's grabbed by the jersey, got away. Nice little dance step. Down he goes, fell on the ball. We've got a 2-minute penalty coming. It looks like Cacho is the man who got him. Well, that was the second time. They grabbed him by the jersey, John, once, and they got away with it there. And then Cacho pulled him down. He fell right on top of the ball in the penalty area.
Here you can see the break, and it of course starts with a good save by John Beretta, a good reaction save to get a foot to that. And then it ends up with Roy Wegerle breaking here, fakes a shot, pulls it inside of the player, and you can see he trips him up. There's Gary Heale, also got a very good run round the side, available for Roy with a short pass. So now we have a power play again. Let's hope we can do a bit better than we did last time.
5:50 of the third is the time of the penalty. Tripping, and Pacho goes off, Carlos Cordoba. And so once again, the power play for the Tacoma Stars. A 30% power play success ratio during the current season. The Stars have scored on 22 of 73 power plays during the course of the season. But at the other end of the ladder, the Los Angeles Lazers have defended very well, giving up goals on only 24.6%, and they did right there as Ralph Black in the game, his second shift of the night, gets his first goal back for a long, long time. And the Stars have scored as Ralph Black gets it, the power play goal, and Tacoma leads John by a score of 4-1.
Yeah, you can see that Ralph there has retained his composure very well, because the defender has blocked the angle for his first shot on goal, so he plays it wide of the goal against the boards. Here it is, another angle from it, and now gets his own rebound. He's clear for a clear shot on goal and finds a gap between all those forest of legs there, and it's in the back of the net.
So a power play goal by the Tacoma Stars as they take advantage of the man advantage, and Ralph Black gets the goal, and the Stars lead it by a score of 4-1. Jeff Wall to Leonard Duzzi. It is unassisted. 5:53, 10th goal of the season. Half a dozen shots. Down the left side, Paulie Garcia. Around the boards in front. Broken up out in front by Mark Peterson. Ball to Jeff Wall. Wall back to Beretta. And Beretta will start the attack, rolling the ball out to Mixon, and the whole side of the field opened as L.A. was making a player change. Long pass for Mitchell. Mitchell couldn't control it on a big bounce. Back comes Mocalis again. Good run up the right boards now for the Lazers, but they're down by 3 goals. Stolen away by Wegerle. Mocalis grabbed him by the arm. Here's a 2-on-1 break. Wegerle, left side, takes it wide. Shot scored! Roy Wegerle, his second of the night. Roy Wegerle scores again, his 15th of the season, as the Stars take now a 5-1 lead. That goal coming at 8:54 of the third period, and it is now a 5-1 match. John?
And he saw Wegerle stripping McAllis of the ball. He's done well to challenge back there. Now he goes wide and just finds that far corner again. A tremendous shot, Bob. Once again, Gary Heale has come around the back. But here you can see Neil Megson has held McAllis up, allowing Wegerle to drop back, collapse, double teaming, win the ball, now attack their defense. Gary Heale on the far side. They have to pay attention to him, and Wegerle finds a corner. Super goal.
So it came at 8:54 of the third period. John, an interesting little sidelight to all of this. 3 goals now by the Stars in this third quarter for a 5-1 lead. That is the third successive unassisted goal by the Stars in this quarter. They've not had an assist on the 3 goals.
Well, I don't mind how they come.
No, you don't really, do you? But Peterson stripped one away on the boards and scored. Ralph Black got his, of course, on the power play, only 3 seconds into the power play. And now Roy Wegerle has come up with his second goal of the night, his 15th of the season. And Roy, of course, who has 1 hat trick this season, would be hoping that he'll come up with that additional goal to get his second hat trick when he gets his third goal. Change of goalkeepers now as Tim Harris comes in to play in goal for the Los Angeles Lazers. Tim Harris, a 6'3", 198-pound American from Torrance, out on the southwest side of Los Angeles, not really very far from here, member of the U.S. Pan American and Olympic Games squads, has come in to play in goal. Harris replacing Mike Mahoney, who has given up 5 here tonight, and apparently they figure that's enough.
Yes, and that's the first time in 2 seasons, Bob, that Mahoney has come out of the game against us. He generally has some of his best games, I think, against the Stars. He's done exceptionally.
Had that lead. It's 5-1 right now, and we have just under 6 minutes to go. Ball is done. Row off the glass just above the goalkeeper as Harris was spun around that time and had no chance with the ball hit the glass over his head. Here's Mixon. Leonard Duzzi. Bobby on the right wing. Into the right corner. Row off the boards in front. Harris down. Heale shoots and scores. Gary Heale from Peter Rowe, and it is 6-1. And the Tacoma Stars are beginning to build it now. Heale from Rowe, the goal for Tacoma. And here's another look.
Nice ball from Bobby Lenarduzzi down the boards, and a good rebound pass. The defender and the goalkeeper get a little bit mixed up together, and there's Gary Heale to slot it into the empty net.
And that's number 15 for Gary Heale. And, John, it's also the 4th goal he has scored against the LA Lazers this year.
That's right, and maybe there'll be some more for him. And that one, by the way, was assisted.
That was assisted by Peter Rowe, and a very crestfallen Mr. Harris, who came into this match just moments ago, just 19 seconds ago, and has given area taken away. Henneking got the ball as Ralph Black cleared it. Out on the left wing to Jeff Wall again. Wall plays it back to his goalkeeper Beretta. 6-1 Tacoma leads. And the Stars in possession of the ball with 30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Up the right side goes the pass now. Ralph Black. Black drives it across for Henneking, who extended that left leg but could not get to the ball. Back comes Paulie Garcia. 19 seconds. Garcia over the Tacoma red line. Drops for McAllis. McAllis goes to the right. To Garcia in the corner. Off the boards, and Beretta gathers that one. John Beretta with the ball. Out to Jimmy Sinclair. 6, 5, 4 seconds to go. Up the right side, Mitchell. Got a chance for a shot. Draws it back. Tries a shot. It is blocked by the defender, Alan Kelly, as the horn sounds to end the 3rd quarter. And at the end of 3 periods of play here at the fabulous Forum in Los Angeles, our MISL score tonight, the Tacoma Stars 6. The Los Angeles Lazers 1. And we'll take a break right here. We take time out on this Tacoma Stars Channel 11 soccer telecast. Stars had an opportunity, and Beto is putting on the jersey of the goalkeeper for the 6th attacker scheme now for Los Angeles. So with 4:10 to go, and the Stars leading by a score of 6-1. The 2nd goalkeeper of the night has been withdrawn by the LA Lazers, and they will go to Beto as their keeper now in the 6th attacker scheme.
Beto, a very dangerous player when they play this 6th attacker role, Bob, because he comes in late, he sits out at the back of their attack. He's got such a strong shot on goal that you cannot give him the space to wind up and get his shot off.
A good look at the Stars down there on the bench gathered around the coaches Bob McNabb and Ray Evans. Listen.
Joy wants to play left. We can play right at the top. No, see what, Ralph can play left back. Change with Bobby Lenarduzzi. Joy play on the right and change with Maggie. Peter Wall. Jeff Wall changes with Peter Rowe. Mark Peterson up the right.
Well, they're enthusiastic, and they've got the play.
They've got the play, and I think they've also got the next 2 lines. Bob. They've given the roles and responsibilities, plus the next change. So that, my goodness, there's something wrong with our power there. I don't want the lights to go out at this stage of the game, Bob.
Yeah, I think we had a little power hit here in the area. Apparently a power surge, perhaps based on use in the area. For whatever reason, we don't know if it was external, but it was right back on, and so I guess we're all right. We continue onward. Now they've changed their minds. They have not gone to the 6th attacker, John. They've withdrawn Beto in the gold shirt, and instead have come back with Harris again in goal after all that conversation and the timeout. And it appears that somebody else has put the jersey on down on the bench. It might be McAllis.
Yes, I think what happened, Bob, they called a timeout in order to make that change, but they were not allowed to make that substitution because they couldn't have a timeout at that stage. Now they can.
Now they have. Now Beto is on in the gold shirt. And by the way, while he can be effective as a scorer here, I think he's a bit adventuresome, John, based on record. They've been averaging 11.6 goals a game against them in the 6th attacker, and that was almost by Mike Henneking, who drove it long against Beto, who was way up the field. I mean, he's not worrying at all about defending the goal. It's simply a matter of come to the attack now. He's already over the center line and coming forward. Down the right side to Batata. Batata back out in front to Beto. Beto sets it up, trying to get around Henneking, who pushed it away. Batata down to Nathan Sachs. Sachs back over to Batata. Into the middle of goes Cardenas. Blocked there in front by Jimmy Sinclair. Henneking waiting for the ball, but was knocked back into midfield. Cardenas to Beto. Down in the right corner again. Now back out to Batata, across left side to Sachs. A drive blocked in front by Sinclair, cleared out by Megson. Off the top of the glass. Well, apparently it hit something over the glass. Maybe a fan touched it over there, somebody. because they have whistled it down, and it'll be a kick-in coming for the Los Angeles Lazers. 3:09 to go now in the match. 6-1, the Tacoma Stars lead. And the Stars return home next Wednesday night for the final 2 games of the season. Wednesday, the Kansas City Comets. Saturday, the Las Vegas Americans come to town as down goes Beretta again with the action around the front of the goal.
Jimmy Sinclair took a full shot in the chest there. You can guarantee he's feeling that. There's the first shot, which was blocked by Mike Henneke. And this player here just drills the ball, which might have found the far corner. Well played, Jimmy Sinclair.
Stars defending right to the end here, and the shot in front. Sinclair blocked it again, got it out to Megson. It's on the boards now as the LA Lazers get it back out to Beto, their 6th attacker. He dribbles into the attacking zone. Off the glass it goes. Jeff Wall flicks it down the field. It'll be wide of the goal. Beto running it down with 2:37 to go in a 6-1 Stars lead. John, I was about to say the Stars are defending to the bitter end. There's nothing bitter about the end of this one. Ball headed clear out in front. Stars with a 5-goal lead, and apparently on their way to a win here, their 3rd in a row. And handball claimed by Los Angeles, but not granted by the official on the field. The ball went out over the boards and into the Tacoma Stars bench area. And so it changed now as Ralph Black, Ian Ridge, Rowe are all on there now. The Stars right at the moment have way too many men on. They'll have to take somebody off.
They're not in a hurry to make their changes at this stage, Bob. Break the game up a little bit.
Take the pace away from Los Angeles from the attack. 2:26 as you see to go in the match. Ball put in play. There's a drive by Batata, headed away by Sinclair in front. Nathan Sachs on the left side tried to drive it in. Henneking broke that up. Henneking out to the red line. Can he get a shot? He does. He drives it down the field, but it'll be wide. After it goes Jeff Wall. Goalkeeper got back. There where the ball is, Megson tries to chip it back, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the defense. And here comes Beto again with exactly 2 minutes remaining to play in the match, and Tacoma leading 6-1 here in Los Angeles. Nathan Sachs, left side. Down the left wing goes the ball. Wednesday and Saturday are the home games. Kansas City Wednesday and Las Vegas on Saturday. Ball headed in front. They score. Excellent. Stuart Lee gets his 39th goal of the year on a header as they played the ball off the heads on time. Bang, bang, bang in front, and Stuart Lee, watch it again, gets the goal.
Tremendous shot by McAllis again, but you can see, I think Lee gets the first touch on the ball. It's headed back in again, and a third header, third or fourth, good reaction goal by the Lazers. Here it is again. Long rebound out, it's kept alive, headed back across, and Lee is there again to head it into the empty net. Nothing John Barrett could do. Well played by the Lazers.
And we have a timeout called on the field. The Stuart Lee goal, his 39th of this MISL season for the Los Angeles Lazers, makes it 6-2 and came at 13-13. 6-2 the score. Stuart Lee the goal, and the Stars have a 4-goal lead. Paulie Garcia got the assist on that one. Come on, Dale, smile. It's not that tense anymore.
Well, I'm sure he might be thinking of what happened. Oh, my goodness, there's a reason why he isn't smiling, Bob.
Yeah, you're right.
It's obviously quite a bruise or some kind of sprain in there. Could ice on it immediately. But you recall in Baltimore when the team was playing exceptionally well, very, very tight game, Baltimore exploded for 3 goals in 42 seconds. And I'm sure that's on the minds of all involved down there. They don't want to see any repeats of that kind of activity.
Here's another look at this. Beto starts it. Lee heads it off the glass. It came out in front, headed right back in there to the left side, then Garcia, and then Lee.
Very good goal, very good goal. It's a very alert play, I think, by the Lazers attackers. And really, the Stars, very little they could do.
All right, away we go with 1:43 to go. Lee from Garcia, 13-13. Played out by Beretta to Henneking. Broken up at midfield. Ball controlled now by Paulie Garcia. Tacoma 6, Los Angeles 2, and a minute and a half remaining to play. Stars working on their 3rd consecutive victory. Chicago, St. Louis, now Los Angeles, and then down to San Diego to take on one of the top teams in the league. Beretta against the boards to scramble and take it away from Paulie Garcia. John, the long throw to the right side, headed right back now by Cardenas to Garcia. Down along the boards, here comes Garcia once again. Off the boards, in front, broken up there by Ralph Black. And Black is on. He sends it back down the field. 1 minute remaining to play in the match. 1 minute to go. Beto, the sixth attacker in the gold shirt. Up the right side to Batata. In the middle, Cardenas. Back to Beto again. Beto, left side to Nathan Sachs. Los Angeles Lazers with their spot in the playoffs secure. A shot, Beretta down, blocks into Stuart Lee right on the doorstep. Ball cleared out over the red line, 38 seconds to go. Beto got it back in again. Batata missed it coming back off the boards. Mike Henniking with the ball, double team but got it away, and then Garcia takes control. Garcia, Batata. Here comes Black to take a run at Batata. He fell in the penalty area. Ball off the glass. A drive back by Sachs is wide. Batata out in front now to Cardenas. Kicked away by Ralph Black. It rolls along the boards. 12 seconds are starting to count it down. Stars are going to win it. It's 6-2 in favor of Tacoma. Ball out in front, Cardenas. Right side, Batata. 4 seconds. Batata got it in front. They got a shot. I think I heard a whistle. There's no goal. There was a whistle. They got it in the net with only 3 seconds remaining on the clock. But I'm sure, John, I heard a whistle blow on that.
Absolutely right, Bob. They gave a foul for Ralph Black pushing Batata, in fact. You'll see here, Batata plays the ball past Ralph, and they just clashed there. The foul's given. Now players stop playing, and just slush in the back of the net.
It won't do any good. Los Angeles claiming advantage, of course, there, that they should have let the play go. But once the whistle sounded, there's not much you can do about it. It has happened. 3 seconds to go. Free kick. Beto out to Batata, and he puts it up in the stands. Way up, and time runs out as the ball goes over the glass. The game is over. The final score, the Tacoma Stars win it by a score of 6-2. Tacoma 6. The Los Angeles Lazers 2. An excellent third quarter for the Tacoma Stars, in which they got 4 consecutive goals from Peterson, Black, Wegerle, all unassisted, and then from Gary Heale from Peter Rowe, and ran their lead from a 2-1 halftime intermission margin all the way to 6-1 before Los Angeles came back and got one. Now, Greg Ian there and Neil Megson, as I said, were together in Portland when Neil's dad was coaching in Portland, and Greg was playing for the Portland Timbers. They're not really old friends, but they're good friends. John, you must feel pretty good about the win.
I really do, Bob. A lot of young North American players in the team. A tremendous performance tonight. Great effort all across the field, and a fine victory for them.
And Wegerle got 2 goals tonight to lead the way. Beretta played sensationally, even though he was knocked out in the game. Stars win it 6-2 and move on to San Diego. With thanks to our crew for their coverage here, our director, Mark Engelbrecht. For John Best, I'm Bob Robertson. The final score, 6-2, Tacoma Stars over the Los Angeles Lazers. Reminding you to always be a good sport. Be a good sport, always. So long.